Okay guys, this is the prop we're going to be making today. I hope you guys enjoy. To start, we just need the last three pages from the template. I'm going to link in the description down below. We just need the last 3 pages, cut it out so it looks like this. Then, after that, we're going to cut it out, we're going to trace on the foam and make this. Then, we're going to make a few copies. I'll be right back. Guys, now that we have all 4 cut out, what we're going to do is hot glue them by 2s. So we're going to hot glue these 2 together and these 2 together. So then they're flush as flush as possible. And then after that, we're going to take a wooden dowel or anything that you have. I'm just going to use a chopstick and put it inside the piece, like right about here. Hot glue it in, and then we'll take both sides. Since I'm using these, which have no texture on either side, which I usually use. Sorry, give me a sec. This is what we're building, if you didn't already know, or if I didn't show you at the beginning. So I usually use this foam, which has this texture, which is really annoying. But, since I got a new type of foam, I decided to try it out. But if you were just going to do it normally, you would have to make at least one flipped variant. So you would cut you cut at least 2 of them out like that, and at least 1 of them like this. Then the fourth one you can do either way. So you can do it like this or like this. So it doesn't really matter which way. I'm gonna do it. So I just did it in one way because it's easiest for me. Because I don't have to worry about the texture on either side. So that makes my life easy. So what we're going to do is hot glue that together once my hot glue gun heats up, and I'll be back after I explain this. So then we hot glue the 2 halves or the 2 quarters of it together. Then we're going to, like I said, put this here to help stiffen up the stock. And, don't do it to this one. For this one, we're just going to take it, and after that one is done, we're going to connect them together and then chop off anything that we don't need. So I'll be back once I get the first bit. I forgot to mention this earlier, but you want to hot glue in sections, or, if you're going to use, what's it called? Contact cement, you do it, you put it all on and then put it together as parts. But for me, I recommend doing the handle and then working your way away. So then here, and all the way up, because this way you have a rough point which has the most detail, so you know where it lines up best. And with foam, you can just, let's say it was like that, you just go like this and hot glue it like that, and then trim off any excess. So it makes life easy. All 4 pieces into groups of 2. So now they're like this. Next, I'm going to take my chopstick, like I said, put it like this, and just put them together. Like that, more or less. Then that is it. I'll be right back. Now that this is hot glued into place, like I keep saying, we're just going to do this. Put them together. Hot glue them. And then trim off any excess, like that. So, I'll be right back. So I just got all the pieces glued together. Now if you see, you'll see a lot of inconsistencies like right here. Sorry, like right there. And all over the place, like right there. It's not very consistent because humanity can have errors. Because human error, in other words. So now all we're going to do is take a pair of scissors or anything, a knife. I'm going to use these in particular because I just like them. And trim it all off. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so I got done with most of the repairing. Still got to go here and a few other places like right here. But for the most part, it's much better. So later I'll be rounding that out and making it look better. But for now, that's good. Next, after I finish cleaning up, we're going to cut a hole here. So then the PVC pipe, which I have, will fit inside to about there. This way, it gives it a sturdy, and we have a barrel. So now I have this traced out roughly where I want it using the pipe. I'm just going to take a box cutter, which is going to make my life easiest, and just cut that out. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm just going to do a quick fix. My original calculations where there would be a piece up here failed, so I just cut off the top. It made it so it will sit like this roughly. This way, it will sit and you make the barrel, but I'll get into that sooner. So we're just going to hot glue into place and it sits in the middle like that for this. and that lines up with this. So this way we can go, you know, so it looks like a barrel. I'll explain it better. Right, so we're gonna put a small piece in here. So the way we're gonna do that, well, the way I see about doing that is that I'm just gonna take a piece of foam and shove it in there and hot glue it into place. So I'll be right back when I get there. We're just gonna hot glue it into place right in here. So I'll be right back when I do that. Okay, now that this piece is in place, we can actually hot glue it onto the actual gun. So I'll show you that. I got this piece and this piece connected through two 1.5 chopsticks. So I chopped the chopstick down so it would just fit inside here a bit, stab into here, and then hot glued it into place. Then I took a full length one and stabbed it through this area. So what we're gonna work on now probably is work on making the barrel long enough. So if you look here, it's pretty long. This we probably only have to about here. So we're gonna include a little extra space. So that's why I have another one of these. So it looks a little better in this. So I'm going to just attach this just like so and then hot glue into place along with the other pipe here. So it's longer than, before I attach it, I'm going to cut the pipe maybe here. I'll figure it out as I go. Okay, so I attached this and cut this piece down. So now what we're going to do is just attach this into here. And that should be most of the rifle. All we have to do then is add detailing and whatnot and just add the scope and, you know, layers here. That should do it, and maybe I'll add a thin layer of foam around this to give the indent look of the muzzle. So if you look carefully here, you'll see like muzzle dents or wherever those are called. I might add those, I'm not sure though. Okay guys, so for this piece, what I did was just cut a small sort or rectangle. Ugh, I can't English. I don't like English, it does not like me, long story short. So I just cut off a small rectangle, then cut into it, kind of this little bit, cut that in half, and put it back into place with hot glue. That will make this cool terrace effect. And we're just going to slap it on like this. This is just a piece I cut out and hot glued on. Nothing too much. But it does add to the layers and it'll look great later, hopefully. So now I just need to hot glue that into place. Still trying to figure out the scope, but I'll figure that out later. I'll show you what the finished product without a scope looks like. Done with the rifle, all I need to do is add the scope here, which I'm going to make out of a PVC pipe and a bit of foam. The way I'm going to do this is by putting the foam around this to make the final section that's bigger. See how it goes from small to big? So this will be the small section, then I'm going to take a piece of foam, slide it over, and also taper it down into it. So it looks like the scope. Let's see how it goes. Okay guys, here's the scope I made, pretty basic. So just gonna throw this on. More or less like this. Like that, and just add some supports and whatnot, and it should be done. Prop is pretty much complete. I'll show you the complete project without. Okay guys, here's the finished prop, unpainted. But here's the final product. I hope you guys like it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you had fun. Please like and hopefully share it, because this is the first episode of the props I've done. The next episode I'm probably just going to show off the props I've built. Hope to see you guys then. Bye.